welcome to the first vlog of me being officially a mum. I am packing for our flight to New York tomorrow. We are going tomorrow to a event and I am speaking at the event. I am not going to show you everything that I'm packing because truly I actually don't have the time to show you that shit anymore. But we have done a trip already with Trip. Lol. With Trip before. We went to Europe for 2.5 weeks. We've also been to LA, so he's been traveling since he was like 6 weeks old was his first trip. And yeah, we're about to go to New York. It's his first time in New York. I'm gonna pack as quickly as I can because he is awake and you have like short windows, but the mum productivity is like that superpower is such a vibe and it's so real. So that's what I'm gonna do. And the next bit that you'll probably see, we will be in New York. Also, if you haven't watched the birth vlog, I highly recommend doing so. I'm gonna get the packing cubes because it is out. It is real. There are clips. We're in the podcast studio now. There are clips of the actual birth itself, and it was just like the most incredible experience. So we've got some packing cubes. We are going for 5 nights and 5 days. We arrived that night. So we need swaddles, what's it called? Cloths, outfits. And it's in that like awkward in between kind of season right now. And I actually don't really have, wait, what size are these? I actually don't have very many like in between season outfits. So we're gonna have to just kind of make do. Oh my god, these are so fucking cute. See, this is the shit that I just get distracted with. Like, how cute are his clothes? All my nursery things are in a nursery vlog that we can also link below. All right, I'm gonna get to it so I don't get distracted because I'm on limited time. And yeah. I just finished my client sessions for this morning and I'm just finishing up packing. It's been so beautiful coming back to work since maternity leave. Like, I have really missed working and doing sessions with women. And today I was just having one of the sessions where I use my intuition a lot with not even changing, but like adapting my modalities to fit the exact person's situation and what is coming up moment to moment in time that's in front of me. There's absolutely no one size fits all because I do not believe that actually gets somebody the long-term results that they deserve to get when it comes to trauma healing. So I was on a one-on-one call and we were just doing some work around healing some postpartum trauma, resentment, just, you know, she wasn't even necessarily aware of where this feeling around XYZ was actually coming from, but it was really showing up in her life still now. And I think her daughter is maybe 5 or 6 months old. Anyway, and so we're working on that and she was sobbing and I'm like really fighting back the tears too, because it's just, there is just nothing like being fully connected with the client in front of me, feeling their release, feeling that them stepping into their power, giving themselves the grace, the validation, the forgiveness, whatever it is. Like, this has happened. This is a very frequent thing where I am holding back tears on a client call because how can I not? Like, how can I, if I'm using my intuition and being connected with the client, how can I not be so moved by what they're going through as well? Whether it's a postpartum case, obviously that's close to home because I've gone through postpartum myself, or I guess I'm still going through it. But it can be in relation to sexual trauma. It can be in relation to birth trauma. And I had my most ideal birth that I could have had. It could be in relation to healing something with their mom or their dad. But I love it when I have those sessions where I'm just like feeling what the client's feeling, holding back tears. It's so beautiful and it's so moving. So that was my morning. And it feels just so good to be back in the rhythm of clients, work, doing the things, programs. It's just the best. Also, this camera always makes my chest look like I literally have the worst like sun damage, and my chest does not look like this in real life. Like, it looks so This is weird. Anyway, oh, I also just realized that like the what's happening? There we go. That would also help. We were a bit low on the exposure. Okay. All right. We've got most things packed. This side is basically Trip's side. And then this side is my stuff. There's obviously a little bit of stuff in this side as well. I always bring my nursing pillow. It is a lifesaver on the plane. And then I've also brought 2 handbags because, you know, girls need choices. I've got more shoes in there. And then I've got my suit that I am wearing for my speaking gig on my carry-on bag, and I'm deciding still on whether I actually bring this suede jacket of mine or not. And then this is the stuff that we shove in with the car seat as well. Okay, I'm running so late right now, but I'm like, couldn't really help it because Trip would just not settle, and he just wanted his mummy, which I love. So actually, I want a bigger earring, but I kind of want one of them tomorrow. No, I'm gonna wear my hair out, so that's why I don't wear these. Anyway, so tonight is like the kind of networking night. I've got no, if you're like, where the fuck are our lips? I've got no lipstick on, that's why, and I have foundation over my lips right now. So tonight's like the kind of networking night. It's about 350% humidity outside in New York, which is absolutely vile. Really glad that I got my hair done yesterday. Anyway, so I'm trying to like not tuck these pieces behind my ears, but I've got one heel on, by the way, if you're like, well, you can't really tell. Okay. Lipstick on. I'm running so fucking late. Also, totally still have the nervous shits because I've never left Trip for, I mean, now that I'm so late, I'm not even leaving it for that long. But this is like my first networking event. Actually, just my first event as a mom. And I'm like, who the fuck even am I right now? It's crazy because I went to this event this time last year, went to the exact same event. Right up, we literally flew through New York from our honeymoon, and I was pregnant. Well, I was like, oh my God, like 2 days pregnant then, and didn't know. And I was just like, it's just crazy then how far I've come and how much life has changed. I have my boob pads in. And also I've like fed him, oh my God, like 30 minutes ago, and my boob's feeling gorged already. And I'm like, wow. But here we are. All right. I'm having black tea because I am so tired right now. As we got in so late last night. And at 6 a.m., Trip was like, yep, that's all the sleep I need. About to put my boob pads in, but here is the look. You've seen this dress before, but we have a limited availability of what fits. So this is the dress with these shoes to kind of make it a bit fancier. And I'm also bringing a off-white blazer. And that's the vibe for tonight. She is very tired this morning. I had woken up actually before Trip, and only because house alarm went off, and I was like, oh, I should probably get up. I'm speaking quietly because Trip's right outside the door. I was like, oh, I should probably just get up, to be honest. Okay. These are absolutely essential right now. Okay, I think I did it right. These are from Clearstem. My code is Monica20. We'll put the code here, whatever it is. I do really like these, FYI. And of course they're non-toxic. Okay, so my boobs are literally about to explode. The child needs to wake up. I'm just gonna do a little bit of a dry shape to try to wait a bit longer. got this talk today, so I'm like, I need to look amazing, I need to feel amazing, and I do not want to look puffy because of how tired I am. Wow, my boobs are really huge right now. I'm about to explode. I need to pump and feed at the same time is what we're about to do.
I don't know about you guys, but like cancel culture is rife. Social media has become scary now compared to like what it was when I first started. And so when I think about, and I've been telling the women in the room how amazing, like Hannah and Maritza, just like thank you for creating Maison, because it's truly like you can't put words to how much you need other women that are not jealous, that will fully celebrate you, that will cheer you on, that let you be seen, and you to not feel afraid of that by being in different communities, like different rooms, right? So like the reason I'm in Mason is different from like the reason that I'm in a mastermind, for example. It's been to be around women that expand me. And not just, I think sometimes we can get fixated on I want to be around expanders in terms of wealth, like people making more money than you, which is, yes, a vibe, totally. But also, for me, like before becoming a mum, I wanted to be around other women. It was irrelevant how much money they were making, that had epic SOPs, for example, that supported them being able to be a mum for half the day and run a business for half the day. So think about the kinds of things and the things that you want to learn, but also the kind of women that would expand you, not just focusing on money, and get around them and ask them questions, because it's not just even the conversations, it's just being in the energy. When you're in the energy of somebody that expands you, it gives your nervous system permission to do the same.
Alright, you guys, I have stripped off. We've just gotten home and the little boy is playing, and I've got to talk to you guys about New York. It's not it anymore. Now, I'm saying this obviously with the, let's all remember I'm in a new season of life. I have a kid now. A lot has changed and my priorities are a little bit different, but I still love a city that like gets me inspired, gets me going, blah, blah, blah. And New York is disgusting. Like the current New York right now, at the time that you're seeing this, so the date is the 29th of September, 2025, it's foul. Just gonna say it, it's foul. Not because it's stinking hot outside on September 30th, to the point where I have to come home and strip because I'm so hot. Hi, buddy. Or anything like that, because you would love obviously a fall look. I have not seen one fashionable person. No one is dressed up or putting any effort into their outfits anymore here, which I've now realized that made New York. Like that was a lot of the vibe that then made you just feel like inspired and like all the things by this city. I'm trying to keep my hair out because we're shooting pictures tonight. I don't want to get kinked now that I've cooled down a little bit. Keep rolling, buddy, keep rolling. Anyway, so that, it's also just disgusting in a sense of like the dirtiness of the city. I've never felt so dirty from walking around. There's so much marijuana everywhere. It's disgusting. Not to mention that there are so many homeless people, which is sad, but it's also a problem and it doesn't make you feel as safe. I'm just going to say it how it is, especially when these homeless people are clearly on things and, not obviously all of them, but a lot of them. And it's just gross. Like when I was living here, it was not like this. And that was not a long time ago. It's gotten really, really bad, but it's not the vibe anymore. This is the first time I've ever thought to myself, I hate New York. And the longer I've lived in Atlanta, the more I've appreciated the conveniences and the lifestyle and the quality of living there compared to what it was like living here, but now coming back, and it's been like, gosh, the last time we were here was for my book launch, so it was in May, and it was bad then, but it's definitely gotten even worse, and then you throw a baby into that, and I'm sorry, but it's made me realize, like, what really made New York also such a vibe was it's made me realize it wasn't the city. It was the people in the city. And I actually think that a lot of us can attest to this when we are like trying to find an aligned place to live, that it's not just about the city, it's about the people in that city. And you know, obviously there are still vibey people in New York that dress fabulously, but I've been here for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 4 days so far. I truly have not seen anybody's outfit where I'm like, she looks fabulous or he looks fabulous. I saw actually a guy today that had a collared shirt on, and I saw him, like my brain was like, oh wow, there's a man with a collared shirt on. I haven't seen, like, men aren't going to the office with suits on, and of course I'm sure, like, I know that there's some, but compared to what it used to be, there's nothing. Anyway, and it's just gross. It's so stinky. It's so, I mean, the busyness has always been busy. What are you looking for, Mom?
I want something hard, like his rattle. He's virtually there himself.
He is. I can get his collar rattle. Anyway, we don't need to continue on with this, but it just made me realize, especially with running my immersion this year, not in New York, because the last 2 years, maybe even longer than that, we've run it in New York, the US one, and now we're running it in Atlanta, and I'm like, truly, it is so much more of a vibe to be running this in Atlanta for all the people coming. Like, yeah, it's not a vibe here. And like a bunch of places I've gone to have had no air conditioning, so I don't know whether that's like a city thing because it's so late or something in the year, and they've like, I don't know, some buildings have like shut off the aircon or something. But, you know, even just like Hal took me to the theater today. We went to go see Great Gatsby, and I'm sorry, but like people look like bogans. If you're Australian, you know what a bogan is. Basically, like, people just have no effort in their clothing. And I'm not saying I'm looking like the most glamorous I've ever looked in my life. You know, it's summer, so I also feel like in summer you don't necessarily look as glamorous as you do in winter. Like, winter to me is the most glamorous vibe in terms of fashion. But I have a dress on, my hair is done, I have nice earrings on, I'm wearing makeup, like that, you know what I mean? I have a nice handbag. There's effort in my appearance. And 99% of the people that I've seen in New York, honestly, they've rolled out of bed. And you compare that with Europe, for example, and it's like you only see people in gym gear in Europe when they are either at the gym or at 7 a.m. in the morning when they're going for a run. Or in the evening if they're going for a run. That's the only time I see people in gym gear in Europe, unless they're a tourist. So, yeah, I definitely have changed in terms of taste. But if there was fabulous clothes here, I think I would really still be enjoying it. So that's the New York update. And I just don't recommend coming. If you're like, oh, I want to plan a trip to New York, I honestly wouldn't recommend it. I would plan a trip to Paris or London. What? It's true, Mom. You wouldn't? I would plan a trip to Paris or London well over a trip to New York if you're wanting the glamorous clothes and that kind of vibe. I don't feel whenever I would come to New York, I used to feel this like insane creativity and ambition and blah, blah, blah. I honestly just feel disgust, frustration, and very edgy. And obviously having a baby, that, like, you know, it adds to it. But all that's really been added to me walking around the city is that I have a stroller. So yeah, it's a bit more frustrating when, like, people won't move out of your way, or like there's all these smells and you're like, oh my God, baby, don't breathe this. But I'm not talking about that. Like, I think that I would be feeling this even without a baby, because I've walked around the city without Trip and I'm still disgusted by it. So that's New York.